Okay, in this video, we're going to continue working with the circle, and this will be our last video for this packet. So it says solve for the given arcs and state whether they are minor, major, or semicircle. Okay, so let's play around a little bit. Notice GP is the diameter. So a couple of things. These are central arcs. So that means whatever the measurement of the arc of the inside angle is, that is the measurement of your arc outside. If GP is your diameter, that means on the left side of the circle you have to have 180 degrees. So far I have 130. That makes this 50, and it makes this 50. Okay, we can keep going. 80 degrees is here. That means outside is 80 degrees. If that's 80 and it's on the other side of the circle, this has to be 100 so that you have 180 on that side of the circle, and that makes this 100. Okay, so since I've done all of those things, I can now read the question. So it says solve for the given arc. So these should have little arc symbols. It just didn't convey in this document. So it says solve for the given arc and state whether they are minor, major, or semi. So where is GI? That's the 80. So 80 degrees, and it is minor. So it's less than 180. Okay, PI, put the arc on that too. PI is 100 degrees, and that is also minor. Now, I knew that looking at the letters because minor arcs will always have 2 letters. Okay, these have 3. That means they're either a major arc or they're a semicircle. Semicircle is 180 degrees. Okay, GHP. So start at G, go around to P. That is 180 degrees, and it is a semicircle. Okay, last one, GIH. So GIH, you've got to start here, and let me get a highlighter. Maybe we can show it to you that way. I'm going to go here. Am I going that way? Yes, I am. I had to go to I next. Now keep going and stop here. So you have a choice. You can either say, well, first off, that is definitely a major arc, 3 letters and greater than 180. You could get the sum by saying 80 plus 100 plus 50. So that's one way to get it. How else could we have gotten it? Let's add that up. So that's 180. So it's 180 plus another 50 gives me 230 degrees. Okay, how else could I have gotten that? What if I said the whole piece, let me go back to my highlight, the whole piece is going to be 360. All that's missing from that major arc is right here. So couldn't I have said, to get the length of the major arc, I'm going to take 360 and I'm going to subtract away 130. Either way, I get 230 for my major arc size. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. All right, so we have chords. So OP is a chord. It goes from one side of the circle to the other and does not go through the center in this situation. It does, however, cross the diameter. If it crosses the diameter, a couple of things happen. You get a right angle, which I see right here. This piece is equal to this piece, and this arc is equal to this arc. Okay, let's see what they want us to do. It looks like they want us to solve for x, and these are the pieces of the chord. So OB is this piece right here, and then BP is this piece right here. Those two are equal. So you can set those 2 pieces equal to solve for your x. Okay, subtract 4x, that gives me 3x minus 2 equals 4. Add 2, that gives me 3x equals 6. Divide by 3, that gives me x equals 2. So x is 2. Now they want the length of OP. Be very careful. OP is this whole piece. It's not half of it, it's the whole thing. So why don't I plug in my 2? I can plug it in where I have OB. So 2 times 7 minus 2, that's 14 minus 2 is 12. Let's just check to make sure that BP is the same. 4 times 2 plus 4, that's 8 plus 12. 8 plus 4 is 12, so that's good. Add those two together, and you get a length of 24, and we are done. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is 10-7, which is write and graph equations of circles. So 10, and you have a formula for that. Your formula is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals the squared radius. And h comma k equals the center of the circle. Okay, the center of the circle is 0, 0, and a point on the circle is 4, 0. Okay, so let's think about this. Here's my circle, and then here is my center at 0, 0. So where is 4, 0? 4, 0 is going to be right here, comma 0. Doesn't that allow me to figure out what the radius is? Because from the center to the outer part of the circle is the radius. That's going to help me tremendously. The equation of this circle, since my center point is 0, 0, will be x squared plus y squared equals that radius squared. The radius was 4, and 4 squared is 16. Okay, let's go to the next one. Here's the equation. So that tells me my HK is going to be 3, comma, negative 2. Go back to your formula if that's confusing for you. Go across 3 and down 2, and that is your center. Your radius has to be 2 if your radius squared is 4. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go over 2, down 2, left 2, and I'm going to try to draw a circle right there. Let's see if I can get it. Okay, so I can move this up, and I can move this down, and I need to move that over, and this kind of over, this up, playing around with it, and this down. Okay, so that's pretty close. I need to be in a little bit. So that looks a little bit better. So let's just say that that's about right. Although I'd like to have that be a little bit better. So let me play around. Let me go back and get out of that circle. Okay, so let's try that again. So I'm going to go here to here to here to here. Okay, so do the best you can with this. That looks pretty good. So that's my circle based on that equation. Okay, let's go down to the next one. Here they give us words. This is your H, and this is your K, and this is your radius. So my equation is going to be x minus h, so that's going to go to positive, plus y minus k, that's going to positive, equals r squared, which is going to be 8 times 8, which is 64. Okay, last problem. This one, the center, this is HK, and this is my radius. Okay, so my equation is going to be x minus a minus 4, that's plus 4, and square that, plus y minus a positive 5, so it stays minus, squared, equals, oh look at that, what's radical 7 times radical 7? Well, radical 7 times radical 7 is radical 49, which is a perfect square, so my radius squared is just 7, and we are done.